As they bite off 23 more on that one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move. First down. Operating from the gun, Daniel. They'll fight a man over the middle. It's Washington. Now the offense first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Daniel. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
His kick.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. On first down, Matthews throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the gun, Matthews. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
16 yards. First down, Clemson.
Operating from the gun, Matthews. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So offside's the call, and they understandably declined it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On 2nd and 10, Daniel. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Back to throw, Daniel. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner.
41.
And that... will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. First and 10 now for Clemson. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, Matthews, and that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Operating from the gun, Daniel, and that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. There to make the grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
Skip Hicks.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. So much chemistry between those two, making the connection with a former quarterback. And, boy, he does make a great target for Tommy Matthews' arm strength out wide, doesn't he?
He certainly does, and you have to think to yourself, simpatico. These guys have known each other for so long, and while roles are reversed now, Matthews is the quarterback, not the receiver, it still works. They're still thinking with one brain, one one mind, how about the way that they are hooking up for big plays like the one we just saw there?
And really setting egos aside to go from the quarterback to the wide receiver and two guys that by all accounts get along very well. It's been a heartwarming story for us to cover. We have played 3 quarters. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Fielded right around the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he stopped immediately there.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. From the gun, Daniel. And fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
Daniel on the keeper.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the...
And I think he's going to go. They're
Let's get that swagger, y'all. Let's get that swagger.
And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown.
To Donnie Simpson. Touchdown.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start.
His kick
They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
62.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
The Hurricanes take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, how can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, here's a 1st and 10 for Miami.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Daniel. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he will find his man on the outside. Comes 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. 23 yards for the touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A really solid performance against a ranked opponent as they add a big win to the left-hand.
Want to talk about a story that's making the rounds, and that's the Heartbreak Kids and their indelible bond. Once again, taking college football center stage at the championship game later on tonight. It has been truly amazing and truly inspirational to watch this amazing journey that these kids have been on from start to finish to this point, showing off their character, their grit, their determination, their heart has been on full display for all of us to behold. And I normally don't say this, but I, for one, will be a Heartbreak Kid in spirit as they take the field in this big game tonight.
A season's worth of Saturdays all comes down to this. The final in New Orleans, home of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome and the 2020 College Football Playoff National Championship. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Michigan State Spartans. Here we go, the matchup we've been waiting for. Buckle in as we are off in the College Football Playoff National Championship from New Orleans. A dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Matthews. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll have it past midfield, almost being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
42-yard line.
From the gun, Matthews is going to rifle one deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
In the end zone.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes, with a big 3rd down coming up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Clemson. From the yard out. And Clemson has taken the early lead. Tommy Matthews linking up with the other half of the dynamic duo for a nice touchdown pass and catch.
It almost felt